Hi guys! Oh my gosh, welcome back. I have been gone for a couple weeks and I am so sorry, but I have been working on school and I've been trying to do a lot of research about this YouTube thing because if I'm gonna do it, I want to do it to the best of my knowledge and ability. So that's what I've been doing. It's super fun. I will say that getting into YouTube is probably the hardest things because everyone has videos on how to do it, but they do not tell you like the hidden secrets, and I think that is so mean, but whatever. So today is eyebrows and eyeshadow. I will be doing my full face on camera, but the things we're gonna focus on are these two. I go really in depth with the eyebrows so you don't look like a crack whore. I go in depth with the eyeshadow too. I do use a lot of products in here. I will tag them at the bottom in the description box, but keep watching, grab a snack because it is going to be a long one, but the only reason is because we're doing eyebrows and eyeshadow just so it's in one video and you can practice and it's not in several videos. So keep watching. Love you guys. Alright, so we're gonna dive in. My eyebrows are a little red right now. I just tweezed them. So that is the first step that you want to do before you do your brows. If you haven't done them in a while, or if you're just learning, it's really good to have good lines. You can go get them done. I'm picky. Oh, you guys see that? I'm breaking out. Leave me alone. But we're gonna move on to judgments. Okay, so I get a little mirror when I do my brows. You can buy an actual mirror, you can use one of these. I find that if I use a mirror further away, my brows aren't as precise as I like them to be. So we are gonna use the brow cream gel in the shade 3, and I spray my cream gel and then I spray my brush on each side, and then I'm gonna pick these suckers up in the front and make sure these are back. Same thing, because that's how I want my brows to look when they're all pretty. And the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna start about right here. Oh, this mirror is dirty. And you are going to just create a line right under your brows. Like, it's kind of really hard to change the shape unless you have really good formula. Anastasia would probably be the only one to do that with, but if you already have the shape of your brows that you want, you only need to focus on doing the line underneath. And I just take this all the way down and make a really sharp line at the end. So I haven't gotten to the tail yet. We're about right here. And going slow is just, I feel like it's a part of the brows, because if you go fast and you fuck up, it's more for you to conceal. So if you do the best that you can when you do your brows, it'll make your concealing process a lot quicker. So we're just taking that on the end and making a tail right under the hairs. Let me do like, oh, there we go. And kind of going in the middle, kind of just filling in those little holes. So we have the underdone only, and let me scoot closer so you guys can see all my imperfections. And we're gonna spray again. You don't have to. This is literally something I do. I just tried it one time and I like the results, so. But now we're going in and filling in the center, not touching the top of the line yet until we get to the end. So the end on the top, I'm gonna make a line just on top, and I do it right above my hairs. So it has a really nice tail and it's super sharp. And then when we go on the top, I want to go right above your brow hairs. And we haven't touched the arch yet, because the arch, you want to get a lot of product. So when I get product, I'm doing it back and forth on each side. And with that arch, I don't lift my hand until I'm all the way around. And then I'm just connecting it to that tail. And if you're doing a pencil, you're going to do the same thing, but just with the pencil. And you'll fill in any holes. And we have not touched this front at all. I totally skip it until the end. I find that if I do it in the beginning, it gets too dark. And at this point, you're kind of just cleaning up things. If you need any more product in certain places. These are all done, but this is optional. I do it. This is Gimme Brows, a brow gel in the shade 3. You can use the e.l.f. clear brow gel as well. I do this to keep everything in place. This does have a tint to it, so that would be the only difference. And then I'm just going to pick these suckers up and do the same thing on this side. This, weirdly enough, like covers up all the spots that like I couldn't cover, or if I did, I would look like all right. So these are all set to be concealed, but you know me, I'm gonna be an extra bitch. And this is the powder. I put this lightly, kind of like setting your brows, like setting your face. So this is my Die Hard. You guys know I always use this. We're gonna do the Born This Way. it focused. Hi baby. Multi-use sculpting concealer in the shade Snow. And Theo wants to come say hi. Come say hi. Come say hi. He just wants to eat my makeup brushes. Hi baby. Next thing that we're gonna do is conceal. You can use any flat brush like this. We are going to conceal these suckers, and I put a little bit on my hand. That's where I like to work. And what I do is I grab a pretty generous, let's do the hand thing, let's be a professional, Bailey. Pretty generous amount, and grab my little compact mirror again, and you are gonna go right under your brow. So we have the bottom of it done, and I use barely any on the top. It is harder to blend on the top because when you put foundation on, you don't want this light spot right here, and sometimes I get it. I am not a fan. So you want to take the same brush and go right above, and I just go all the way with one stroke. So that's all it is to it, and then you're gonna blend. So what I use to blend, you can use any of these makeup sponges, you can use a brush, you just want to be careful to not touch the actual brow. So I'm gonna go blend it, and I will be right back. Okay, so we're back. All the foundation is on. I'm going to go in with the same concealer. We're going to go in with the Jeffree Star. Blend that out. And this is a really good one. I always say this, but I'm going to say it again, for any beginners because, where is it? For one, it's a pretty decent size if you compare this one to the Tarte shaped, and it also has like the most creamiest effect, and it has this like nice almost lipstick what is this called, applicator, so you can really get the lines that you want to while having a generous amount of product. With contouring, getting the right shade is actually hard because, you know, you're like, oh, I'm fair, I'm gonna get this brown, or oh, I'm tan, I'm gonna get this brown. But it's not about that, it's also about your undertones and all that. So I have been using the Fenty in the shade, how do I do this? Amber. So I will swatch this one for you. So there's Amber, and I just want to talk about this super quick, not take a long time. And this is my new shade Mocha. So do you see how gray that is? And that's what I've been using, and I use this one on my nose now, but I've switched to the Mocha. And then after, woo, I do that, I still go in with the Amber and put that on my nose. And I'm gonna contour all this, and I'll be right back. We're gonna take some setting powder, and this is the Too Faced. I got more of it. It is the, let me show you. I don't know, do I do this without? The Born This Way translucent erythral setting powder. So I'm gonna take this and set my whole face with it before I bake, but very lightly. So you want to make sure before you do like a bronze that the place that you're doing bronze at has a powder over it, or you're going to get those streaks and the lines that you don't want to get. So I'm going to use the Too Faced, I'm using a lot of Too Faced, there we go, bronzer, and I don't know if, is there a color? Soleil. I don't know if that's the color, but that's the brand. So this is the Jeffree Star mini, and I'm going to take the MAC Paint Pot primer for your eyes and put that all over. So this is not needed. You can set your eye with like a concealer and a powder, and bam, you're good. So this is just because, for one, I'm going to work, so I want this to be able to last my entire work shift if you're going to school whatever. If you're not going to be home for the whole day, whatever you can do to set it and make it better, do it, boo. Now that that's on, I'm going to go in with a little bit of that setting powder and just set my under eye. Okay, so now that it's set for today, I'm doing a gold, kind of brown, that kind of thing. So we're gonna be doing this one, and we're gonna find just some neutral browns. So any of your palettes should have a neutral brown. This is a really good one for it. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is grab like any transition shade. So right here, this like tannish bronzy shade, that's a transition shade. Anything that you want to do for like a base. And I'm gonna grab a little of that. I'm gonna use this mirror too, because why not? The way to not get harsh lines, these little circles that I'm doing, is what you want to do. Just going in and out and in and out. So I'm going to stop there so I can do the other eye. Going in with that same shade and packing it on as much as I want it to be, and kind of raising it just a little bit to make that kind of be a background color. That's what I always think about transition shades. It's like the background. I'm gonna go in with this shade, and you guys can't see it. So this shade is called Buck. I'm gonna be using this one and then a little bit of a darker brown. Any palette will work. Do not go out and buy a palette. If you have a palette, even a drugstore one, that has a dark brown in it, do not. It's not worth it. And I made a mistake when I first was learning to buy all this new makeup, and then I had to learn how to use it, and it was really scary, and it took me a long time. And I wasted a lot of makeup doing it. So if you're a beginner or if you're not sure, don't do it. Or ask me, because there's a lot of drugstore palettes that I love and I'm like a diehard for. So we're gonna go in that shade with a JH40. This is the Jaclyn Hill, and we're gonna go in right to the crease. And kind of doing those circle motions. Make sure to not raise it too much. So while we're doing this, I'm gonna grab the what is this? I need to memorize these. The JH6, and kind of go over so I don't have any harsh lines, because I do not want at all. This is supposed to be a very, very, very neutral eye. We're just focusing right on that crease. And I like to go right here in on the eye. You don't have to. Some people like to stay away from that because it's going to make your eyes definitely more round. You're going to do the same thing on this side. And it's so hard because you really have to let the process work out. If you're like, oh, I'm going to do this, this will work, this will cheat me through it, it's not. It'll look worse, you'll have to fix it. And the worst thing with eye makeup is having to fix something. You can always make something darker. It is so hard to make something lighter again. Like, I'm not a fan. So we're just going in and taking that brown, just making it darker. And then taking any blending brush you have, just hitting that top line. So we're gonna do this one. This is her Jaclyn Hill. No, this is just a Morphe. I think it's the gold collection. I'm not sure. But we're gonna go into a dark shade. And you don't have to do this. You can totally skip this if this is dark enough for you. I go in and do almost like a dabbing effect. just to make it darker on that outer part. You guys hear my dog whining? He wants to play. And then what I'm doing is kind of bringing this all down so there isn't a harsh line. Because I'm not going to do a cut crease. I'm going to put just glitter on the inside, all right here. So I'm going to take that brush again that has nothing on it except for when I set the eyes with the powder. Okay, ooh. Okay, so something's gonna fall. Hold on, I got it. We're fine. Whew. Okay, so then you can grab. We can do this one again. No, we're gonna do this one. Okay, so either of these will work. This one right here is my favorite. This is the JH41. This is the JH41. This is really good to put glitter on, I found. I don't know. I just like it, guys. Okay, and we're gonna do 2 sprays because I'm a petty bitch. Okay, and any golds, again, will work, but I am gonna be using, hold, if it'll focus, this one and that one mixed. I'm gonna put that on the middle and just kind of blend it. So I'm just putting this in the middle because in the corner I want to have that lighter shade. And the weirdest thing, like, I still haven't mastered, sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't, is packing and not rubbing. And you'll see me do it, and you really just want to sit there and pack it and then kind of blend like the outsides. But the way you're gonna get the most product onto your eye is packing. So I'm gonna spray my brush again and do the other side. Our eyes are all done for now. So I figured I'd just finish my face on camera, because why not? And before we wipe off the under, I'm going to take a brown and just smoke out my under eye. I feel like it pulls the whole look together. And then, as you know, I'm a petty bitch, so we have to highlight. Things are falling, the inner corner. And I'm going to do this with Kylie's palette, the shade Heartthrob. And we're going to do a little bit of under the brow. And I'm going to take the brush that I used for the bronzer and really, like, lightly just go over all of the spots that I hit. And then we're going to do some blush. So this is the e.l.f. one. Is there a shade? I forgot. Take Jeffree's littler brush and contour the nose really quick. This is so optional, not a thing you have to do. Okay, it's time for a highlight almost. You see why I need a new bottle every 2 weeks? And I let this fully dry before I put anything else on, or you're gonna get streaks and it sucks. But it's gonna happen. I look like a lion right now. That's awesome. Living for it. And okay, so let's get like a gold highlight. So this is the, and I feel like I have to do my hand with everything now. It's so funny. The Anastasia, do they have a shade? Amrezy. Whatever, it's a highlight. Nothing to it. Any highlighting brush will work, but what I've been doing, because I'm a sassy little motherfucker, is spraying my beauty blender and grabbing some of that highlight and pressing it in. So this takes a little bit longer, but for me, I hated that my highlight was kind of, you could see the line where my highlight stopped, and I didn't like that at all. So I started using a beauty blender, and this lighting isn't giving it the pop effect I want. Okay, it's going. And I've liked how it goes on better. And then I take it and literally put it all over my face, because that's me. For lips, I use a pink gloss. I go to work, it'll come off anyway. So it's not easy, or it's not difficult for me to reapply. And this is it, guys. This is your brows, your eyes. So this is it, super easy. If you want to practice, watch the video again. And thanks for watching, guys. I'm sorry I've been absent lately, but I have been getting new equipment, and I do have someone editing my videos now, so that is awesome. So yeah, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment your favorite products that you use to do your brows and that you use to do your eyeshadow, and make sure you hit the little bell button so you can see when I post next.